Freshwater Fishery Society of BC, Go Fish BC on Shaw TV with your host Brian Chan from the Freshwater Fishery Society of BC. Go Fish BC is brought to you in part by Freshwater Fishery Society of BC, River City Marine, and Surplus Herbies.
So John, trolling on the big lake like Shushwap or Adams or Kamloops Lake, for instance, or Mara Lake, we could be fishing with our fly rods, which we both like to do. We could troll lures on the fly rod like we've got with the downrigger that you showed us, or we can put big fish patterns on it, imitating the sockeye fry and the Chinook smolts out there, so we can troll both flies or lures out there.
Yeah, you bet.
And then plus we can use the downriggers to get down even deeper to troll. Well, you can troll flies, you can troll lures, you can troll plugs, all that different stuff.
Yeah, and I have a couple different sink lines on my fly rod too, so I'll use a 7 sink or a 4 sink to get different depths.
Get different depths.
Yeah.
So there's lots of things we can try out here, and although we're using fly rods, we could be trolling with spinning rods and doing the same thing.
Yeah, you bet.
And using any type fly rod or spinning gear, depending on what we wanted to do out here.
Yeah.
We got the trolling little kicker going. So what would be the ideal trolling speed when we're fishing these big lakes?
Depending on the lures, like a fly can be 1.8 to 2.2. Apex is like that 2.2 miles per hour.
Miles per hour. So we should be trying to change direction. We don't want to always be going in a straight line. Make the turns and things like that.
You want to do a big zigzag pattern.
And that, because what is that? That brings, actually when you slow down or make the turn, the lure or fly comes up and then it sinks back down when you straighten out. Another little rainbow. We're just covering a lot of water right now because the fish are scattered. And so by trolling with the lures that we've got on, we cover a lot of territory and try to intercept a feeding trout here and there. So we've covered a lot of water today. So what do we got here?
We got a little rainbow.
And we're just gonna let him go.
And off he goes.
No, we just gotta keep moving around. That's what it's all about, right? Trying to find out where the fish are.
Yep, they're moving, so you gotta track them down. And
sometimes we find them and sometimes we don't, but it's a great way to cover water, just by trolling and to find them with different lures, just like the lures you showed us earlier today.
Yeah.
And hope we can catch a bigger one.
You betcha.
Go Fish BC on Shaw TV has been brought to you in part by Freshwater Fishery Society of BC, River City Marine, and Surplus Herbies.